Okay, guys, check it out. What the hell is this?
Oh, that's good.
Hi, it's David Ladwig here. So let me tell you about a project that I've got coming up. It is a short film about the Grim Reaper. And it's just a cute little interaction between the Grim Reaper and this taxi driver. I think it's going to be really fun. It's going to be really fun to shoot. We're going to shoot it here in the warehouse. There will be probably some videos on the shoot itself. To see some more behind the scenes stuff, you can check out the Patreon and you can actually read the script there, as well as some other stuff about the short. Something like behind the scenes. You can catch that at the Patreon and you can support the project, help it keep moving forward. But there is a scene in the short where Grim pulls out the Book of Death and has to check his agenda for the day, basically. You know what I mean? Like, who am I? Let's see. What do we got to do today? I got to make the Book of Death. You know what I mean? There's no art department on the film. I'm the art department. And you know what? Shout out to Adam Savage. I think I've been watching enough tested one-day builds. We can do this. I don't know what I'm doing. Let me run you through the game plan, though. Game plan. I've gone over to my parents' house and stolen their Merriam-Webster dictionary. Because who needs a dictionary? The plan is to take it with this faux leather, wrap the faux leather, you know what I mean, just like rebind it, I don't know. Just wrap this leather around it, glue it down, and then I'm going to design, I don't exactly know what would be on the front, you know, what the book would look like, but I'm going to design that, paint it. I've got these nice leather paints, so I'm going to use that to paint on whatever the outside of this book would look like. Once I've got that painted, we'll seal it, and then we'll do some intense weathering. We're gonna have to beat
the schnoz out of it.
We're probably gonna have to do a little tea staining to these pages, maybe even cook them in the oven. I don't know exactly what that's gonna look like. I need this to look like it's old as crap and has been, you know, to hell and back. Maybe not hell, it could. This book has been with Grim for a long time. That's all that needs to get across, and it will get across. So, let's make the Book of Death. I'm so glad that I got this fabric. I got it originally to make some lights. I was following DIY Perks plan for some LED lights. And so I got this fabric, and I made the lights. I don't use them very often, to be honest. But I've got this left over, and so I'm really glad I do have this left over, because this, oh, look at that! I got just enough over here. I need like a Sharpie. I need a Sharpie to mark this. I got one in the warehouse. I'm gonna go grab a Sharpie. I'll be right back. Okay. Do a little transfer of, oh, there we go. I always say this. It doesn't have to be perfect, because I'm giving plenty of extra here. Can this lie completely? Oh, look at that. It sure can. Ha! I don't know why I wasn't doing that earlier. One thing the stew doesn't have yet is scissors. Can you believe it? I don't even have a pair of scissors. I only have X-Acto knives. I'm not saying that's how I want it to be. I'd love to have a pair of scissors, but I just don't. Get yourself a good cutting board, folks. I don't have one, but you should. Put my butt in your face for just a moment here. Excuse me. Just don't mind that. Caboose! This glue takes, I mean, it's not fast drying by any means. Apply, let set 3 to 5 minutes, press together, let dry 24 hours. May have wet appearance on some fabric. Wait 7 to 10 days before washing. Turn inside out, wash on gentle cycle, air dried. Do not dry it clean. I was thinking about putting this whole book in the oven after I tea soaked its pages. I think if I do that, maybe my fabric won't stick as well, or this glue won't stick as well. Is this the right glue for the job? That's another question worth asking. Is there a better glue for this job? Wood glue? Do I have wood glue? Why not use wood glue? Why not use wood glue? That's probably a bad idea, right? I should just go with this. Let's just go with this. Let's go with this. Oh, that's too much. Yep, lost it. I think this might have not been the right glue for the job. You know, and I just got some glue on it. But I don't think I'm too worried about that because, and I'll tell you why. Because, like you already know, this is the Book of Death. And the weathering process for this thing is going to be intense. And I'm going to use super glue for the inside. Just because I think it'll be a lot better, a lot stronger. And it'll hold a little bit faster. Well, that was a bad idea. Don't open it. How fast does this stuff dry? 10 to 45 seconds? That's fast. That's exactly what I need. But I'm ready. 1, 1000, 2, 1000, 3, 4. And I can paint these corners. I can paint these corners black so you won't see them. Little CA glue. Oh! Throwing crap around. Let it be known that I have no idea what I'm doing. Not in the slightest bit do I know what I'm doing. I really am okay with that though. 1, 1000, 2, 1003. 5, 1006, 1008, 1009, 1010. Ryan started the fire. It was always. Ryan started the fire. It was always burning since the world returning. Ryan started the fire. It was always burning since everybody was. I don't know what's gonna go down here. I gotta say, I have no idea what's gonna go down here. What I do know. I need some. I probably dipped my hair in this glue, didn't I? What I know is that I definitely want to. That looks good to me. So juicy sweet. So juicy sweet. None of my videos will ever be monetized because I quote too much stuff. And you know, I'm not gonna stop. That's just the vibe of the channel. Monetize-less. You can't monetize laughter. That's all I'm gonna say. 1,002, 1,002. When we flip this book over, that side's gonna be donezo. Pretty much. The thing I'm really worried about, wipe this up. There we go. The thing I'm really worried about actually is this side, this binding. I wish comments could happen in the future so that I could be like, how would I do this? And then you guys could comment ahead of time. It's getting hot too in here. Look at that! That is a black bound book. This looks really good. Table's dirty as crap. Should have cleaned that up before I started. Okay, so now let's get this side. I think it's just as simple as CA glue and figure out how to tuck it in there. 8, 29, 30, 31. This glue that I did put on there, it really does not at all set up until like 24 hours. I'm serious. So, it really doesn't even try. Yeah. Not even try for 24 hours. Which means I can't even work on this until... No, I'm going to. Of course I'm going to. Can't not. I can't stop myself, you know what I mean? Oh no, I got some left. I got just enough left. This one bottle is going to be literally exactly enough, I think. And like barely that too. Woo! Lucky us. You know what I mean? We got lucky as toast. I probably don't need to shoot my stuff in 4K. No, I do so I can zoom in. I'm not shooting this in 4K. I'm just talking out loud. Letting the time go by. What do you guys think about that? A little leather book. I know there's some things wrong with it. I know it's not perfect, but that's kind of the thing. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't at all have to be perfect. Okay, this is gonna be hard. So I want something. Actually, here's what I can do though. No, I can't. Shoot. I'm literally just gonna dump some right in there. Oh, look at that. Look at this. That's good. That's good. Well, can I say step one has gone an incredible amount better than I could have imagined. That's bad, that's bad, that's bad, that's bad, that's bad. That was not as good. Yeah, I'll be the first to tell you. That one did not go over as well. Okay, we're gonna see how bad this is in just a second. Well, it's in there. Phase one, firmly complete. Let's clean up a little bit, because I'm a clean person. Not a clean person. You can tell by how much crap I'm dropping. Well, glad I had that glue, because this would not have worked without it. Beautiful. It's gonna get weathered so heavily that I literally can hide so many crimes. So, at least I think that's what Adam Savage would say.
It hides a ton of crimes, as you say.
It's hiding crimes.
To hide our
any
crimes.
That's who I'm trying to be right now. Okay. This is good. Okay, step two, I gotta paint the top. And to do that, I'm going to use, give me a second. Do I have the color that I need? Maybe I can brand it in. Can I brand it? Holy moly. I don't know. I don't know. I gotta paint the front of this book. And to do that, I'm gonna use Angelus leather paint. I think I'm gonna try pewter because it's the only metallic one I have, but it might be too dark. I could do a test. Let me do a test. I'm gonna do a test real quick. I'm not exactly sure what the paint will look like yet, but let's just, for funsies, you think this microphone's picking up anything? It's probably too far away. I don't have it on that hot either. That's pretty loud. For funsies, I'm going to see what a thin line will look like across this. So I'm going to mask off a thin line. I know I'll get some bleed. Burn something down with that. Try one more coat here, then I'll show you. Looking like pewter might work really well. Okay folks, we got a pewter line here. That is ultra reflective stuff. So let me get my tub light on it. I like that. It's subtle. Of course I would want cleaner lines than this, but like the weathering that's gonna take place, you gotta think that that's gonna do something, you know what I mean? One thing I want to know is if I need to deglaze it. Or another paint that Angela sells is this Deglazer and Preparer. And so this stuff is interesting because it takes factory finish off of stuff. But I'm curious, does this have some sort of factory finish on it? Because this paint that I just put down, I'll tell you what, it's on there. It's not having any trouble sticking, I'll tell you that much. So maybe I don't even need to deglaze. I mean, phase 1 down. My next step now is to design what is this book gonna look like. I think I've got to make it look just like it should. Like Grimm just got his Book of Death brand new. I got to make it look like that before I weather everything. So I'm gonna paint the Book of Death with whatever, you know, intricacies come alongside that, and then I'll paint it. And then once it's painted, I'll start weathering. So, but you know what? So far, so good. So far, very good. I'm very excited about how this looks. Okay, I'm gonna go design a Book of Death. Got some secret stuff in the mix. Super secret. Can't tell you about it. Can't tell you about that quite yet. Okay, did some stuff. And I should have filmed it, but I didn't. We got a design here on the Book of Death. I'm sorry I didn't film it. I know I should have. Gosh, I'm so bad at YouTube. Let me explain how I did it real quick. I did some research. Now, for this, I'm gonna have to explain the short film a little bit. Because you already know, it's about the Grim Reaper. You already knew that. But more specifically, Grimm, in this short, his philosophy of death is taken from J.R.R. Tolkien's philosophy of death as he wrote in, you know, the Middle-earth series, Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. So in the Silmarillion, there's a lot of backstory. Maybe we can dive into that some other time. You don't really care. The Grim Reaper, his view of death is based off of Tolkien's view of death in the Silmarillion. And the title of this short film is No Rest Therein, which is a direct quote from the Silmarillion. So, this says death in Elvish. So it's just a little Easter egg. Just a little Easter egg for those that kind of find out. I think there's some, you know, there's a couple of them throughout. The glue has dried up. It's day 2, by the way. Am I wearing different clothes? Probably. It's day 2. I really like how it's looking. It's time to weather it now. And I'm a little nervous about this process. I really am. Yeah, I just don't know. But I'm gonna beat it up. I'm gonna beat it up pretty good here. I'm gonna go quickly grab some sandpaper and just a bunch of things to like hit it and poke it and throw it with and at. I didn't have this tub line up on the whole time, and that's why things are probably overexposed now. Now I can close that down. Sorry guys, I'm really good at this stuff. Get that. Should have had that on. I look so pale. It's pretty bad. Pretty bad. I look pale. I'm gonna have to fix that in post. Maybe give them a little taste of what I looked like before here. I swear I'm darker than this. I look white. Yikes, man. Okay. Okay, so to weather, yeah. I mean, that's the plan there. Oh shoot, broke my table. Books are tough, is what I've just realized, just now. I mean, it looks good. I mean, like coming across here to open it a bunch, you know what I mean? That's years and years of tear there. And you know, you gotta trade back and forth between, whoops. I don't know what I thought I'd do with this. Besides maybe just... I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea. But I like that. I sure do. Literally, this is thousands of years old. Does Grimm take good care of his books? I mean, probably. He probably does fairly well. But this has got to look rough, guys. This has got to look fairly rough. already, man. I'm starting to believe it. I'm starting to believe it's a little older. What else can I do this? I'm trying to do my best to stay random. What happens to books? I guess they fall off. Oh, actually, the way that landed, that was good. Oh my. Yeah, the way. Oh! Yeah. This looks freaking cool. I gotta say. Let's just chuck stuff at it. What do you think about that? Okay. Step 2, folks. Step 2 is to, at least in my mind, I'm gonna add a bit of paint, just a touch of color. The hope is to really water thin these down, paint it on, scrub it right back off. It's gonna leave some dirt and grossness. So let's get to that. Yeah, so this is just some leather paint and I'm just like splattering it on and then immediately trying to wipe it off. And actually like doing my best to bring it off. And yeah, that's good. Not all of it comes off and it leaves, it's nice. That's really nice. Yeah, that's good. Oh yeah, that looks dirty. That's starting to look a little bit gross, to be honest. Here's where we're at. You know, I honestly don't know how much you can see. Obviously, the pages still look way too clean. Way too clean. Like, you know what I mean? The side here. Look at all that crispy. Too clean. So we're gonna, that's the next step. Roughing that up. But the outside? It's looking a little janky. Let's try this, let's try the next thing. I'm gonna get it ready. I'll be back in a bit. That's actually really probably pretty stinking good. This is just a giant piece of leaking sandpaper. It's dusty as crap. Okay. I'm out of focus. Let me focus. Look at that. Oh, is that thumbnail? Is that thumbnail town? Take it on down to thumbnail town. Bring on down the rapping bell. So we got a book here. It's too clean around the edges. Y'all can see it. It's way too clean. Way too clean. So hopefully this is gonna next level the oldness. I'm brewing some tea. I'm just gonna start painting this thing with tea. The outside, and we're gonna get the pages super wet with tea. And we just gotta let it dry. So let's make some tea. I'll be right back. Bring it all down to Ratville. Get your loose leaf tea. Bowl, strainer. Hot water. All right, let that steep for a minute or 3, and then we'll strain it. I'll be right back. This is about to be really fun. Ow! Stubbed my toe. Take it on down Strain Town. Bring it on down the roundabout. If I sneak out of here without spilling an entire bowl of tea, I'm gonna be happy. Figured. Oh shit. You're if I had a real paintbrush, it's probably even go a little bit better. It's coming together, folks. Oh yeah.
It's all coming together.
I love it when a plan comes together, as they say. Go a couple pages in, tee it down. Well man, this is kind of fun. I'll tell you that much. I'll tell you what, this is kind of fun. Man, this is kind of fun though, I gotta be honest. Building props, it's a lot of fun. Lot of fun. What that has done to it, that's incredible. I think you shouldn't fan it out. I think you definitely gotta leave it to dry, like in its own layers, you know what I mean? You guys, this is working. In the original script, it was written in as just a small black booklet, you know what I mean? I wasn't gonna play up the Book of Death at all. But as I thought about it and as I edited it, I love that word. As I edited it, both with the actors and with the director of photography, we were kind of talking about how funny it would be if there was this giant book, like the Book of Death. And if like some freaking like fire like flew out of it when he opened, or it like sighed, like hell itself was like just a sigh of death comes out. I thought that was so funny, so I wrote it into the newest edit of the script, and yeah, I think it's hilarious. I'm sticking with it, especially since this looks the way it does. I'll link the channel to where I learned how to do this. Kind of put together a couple YouTube videos, but thanks to that guy for posting the video. There's one guy in particular that had a really good one on aging books. So yeah, thank you. Can't remember your name right now, but it was a good video. Just, you know, it's one of those where it's like, I mean, obviously he's a cool guy, but it's like he just, you know, not much besides what you need to know. I appreciate that. Every once in a while on a YouTube channel, you know what I mean? It's like, he knew we were just there to learn how to do what he knew how to do. So he showed us. What it's doing to the edge here is incredible. It really is looking incredible, this edge is. I don't know if I can explain to you how good the edge freaking looks. Holy smokes, man. I love that. Or maybe I start going from this side. That's true. That's true. You're halfway through now. So start going from the other side. That's a great point. We're going to fling this around. Come at it from the other side here. I think that's going to help quite a bit. Because I was starting to get some page wrinkles that were not desirable. At least I don't quite think they were desirable. It probably was going to work out in the end no matter what. Let's be honest. Can you really mess this process up? Sure you could. I feel like if anybody was going to mess it up, you're probably going to go too delicate. And it's like, let the tea soak in. Depending on the book, you know what I mean? If it's like you want to mildly age it, then it's like that's one thing. But like, we're talking, I mean, this book has seen death every day for a while now. You know what I mean? It has not had it easy. Gotta let it tell its story. You know what? This is really fun. Like, it'd be nice to have a props department. You know, of course it would be nice. But also, this is really fun. Like, I don't mind it. It's all creative stuff, and that's what I like. I just like doing creative stuff. It helps the story get told. That's what I'm here to do. Tell that story. So, yeah, this is fun. This is not what I do. In a way, this is what I do. We're getting close to the end, but the key, at least in my mind, is don't get impatient now. Don't start taking big chunks of paper, especially since this is actually the middle of the book. In a lot of ways, this has to look the best. If the middle is off, you're gonna have a big chunk in the middle of the book that's too clean. No, that would be bad. That would be really bad. So, I think this went extremely well. Extraordinarily well. Yeah, how should I let this dry though? That's what I'm trying to think about. Do I try air drying it, leaving it open to dry? Do I close it up to dry? So that's probably every page to some extent is in fact wet. Yeah, just kind of poking at this a little bit here. Okay, well shoot, man. Dude, that's insane. Look at this book. That looks crazy. That looks so good. Okay, I'm just gonna rub some tea over it real quick, just over here. This turned out incredibly good. All right, well, there you have it. Let's get some B-roll of what that looks like. It looks really good. Oh my gosh, that just cracks me up. That just cracks me up. That it looks good. It does. It actually does look good. Okay.